Hey everybody, Asic Eric coming at you again, and we're getting ready to paint this stuff here. As you can see, I hung it from the ceiling, a couple of hooks up there that seems to be holding pretty well. I've did all the wax and grease removal and stuff on this while it was hanging up there, so manhandling it all over the place and didn't have any problems, so I think it's going to be fine. Looks pretty good. I was chatting with Russ this morning on YouTube from Double R Restoration. He was talking about cleaning up his subframe, and there's all this splatter all over this thing, and I started cleaning it up, and I looked around the frame, and there's just so much of that crap everywhere that I just decided to leave it. I'm not going to bother with it. It made it hard to clean because the paper towels get stuck in this stuff, so all these little flecks of paper towels stuck everywhere. So I took the air line to it and tried to blow it off. Hopefully I got everything off. There's another one, see? I got stuck on there. Yeah, I'll get that off later. I took the grinding wheel to a few places on it that were still a little funky. Like over here, I think. Yeah, this side didn't look all that great, so I took some 50 grit to that, I think, to clean it up. Anyway, this thing's ready to go, so, and this guy over here too. So I'm going to hit this with 2 coats of DPLV epoxy, and then seeing how long that takes to cure. If that cures up nicely, I'll go ahead and put the single stage on later today. If not, I might let it cure overnight and then do the single stage tomorrow. I'll probably do this one today no matter what, just so I can get a sense of how well that single stage works. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, I got the slow reducer for it. Where is it? Here. The ESX 520 activator, sorry, slow activator. And I don't know if this has the temperature chart on it. This one doesn't. Let me get the paint. So here's the paint that we're using here. Is Delfleet Esssential PPG. So as you can see here, the ESX 520 is in that 70 Fahrenheit band up to, I don't know, 78, so somewhere up in there. They said most people use the 510 here. That seemed like out of the temperature range for me. It's in the 70s today, so I would have thought this would have been the better choice. But I don't know. It might be too runny with that stuff, but we're going to give it a try. So if this is way too runny, then the paint store will probably be closed today by the time I can do anything about it. It closes at 4. So I will stop. So I'll work on this sewing machine thing first. And then if that's a mess, then tomorrow I'll go out and pick up the 510, the other hardener, whatever, and use that. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. I also picked up this little starting line gun here. It's a little touch-up gun, especially for doing that sewing machine there. I figured that might come in handy. But it could come in handy in this. There's all these little nooks and crannies in this thing too that might be beneficial. So I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna start out on this, I guess. Get some practice. I haven't sprayed epoxy in a while, and see how that goes, and then move on to this thing. So catch you later. All right, let's take a look at how the primer came out. Looks pretty good. There was one spot I thought for sure I was going to get a run, or I put it on too heavy. I saw it go on heavy. I don't know if you can see, there's a sag right there, but that's it. I don't think I got any runs anywhere else. I was planning on using one of my big guns to spray this with, but I was using that little detail gun, and you have to get it in all the little spots and stuff. And it was spraying so well, I just went ahead and used it for the whole thing. And the fan is about this wide. It's not quite wide enough to cover the whole thing, so it wasn't, you know, ideal for everything here, but it went out pretty good. Texture of the paint's kind of all over the place. Probably my technique was all over the place. It's nice and smooth there, and it's this real fine orange peel here. But overall, it came out really nice. I was able to get, you know, up inside these areas pretty well. It came out pretty nice, even way up in here. I had a bunch of epoxy, well, not a bunch, I had some epoxy left over, so I just took it and shot it up all inside here as best I could to use it up. I think that was a good plan. This thing came out pretty nice too. It's a little hard to deal with because I need to paint the top and the bottom and the side and everything, so I kind of did my best. I'm having to flip it over while I was painting it, but I think it came out okay. I think the paint's pretty well dry now. 60 minutes before you can put the top coat on. It already feels pretty dry, but it's got another 20 minutes to go. So I've got to let that finish cooking. But there's a couple of things I need to get done around here that I'll do right now, but I just wanted to show you how that came out. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt the single stage on this guy at least, and then that's going to be white. So I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to, once all that's dry and I flip it over, I'm going to paint the wheels on the bottom black. So I'll do all of this black at the same time, and I'll have that all masked off so the overspray doesn't get it. Anyway, this area here is going to require touch-up. I couldn't do anything about that. This side worked out better. There was a hole right up by the top here. But on this side, there's no holes that I could really get to, so I had that big long wire there, which was kind of left a streak there. Can't really do anything about it. I'll touch it up. Anyway, that's that. Let me go do a couple other things here, and we'll get ready for the single stage. let's take a look how we finished up here. First thing was, here's a good example of how far overspray goes. You saw I had that paper down directly under it, and man, that stuff went everywhere. I don't know how far back it went, but pretty far. But anywho, this came out just about flawless, I think. That PPG Delfleet is really nice. That stuff sprayed super nice. You can see the texture is just beautiful. The sheen is exactly what I was looking for. I didn't want to go glossy here. Came out real nice. That little starting line gun was awesome too. Man, that thing was great. Able to get in at all these little small places everywhere. Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. You get down inside here, you can see spots that aren't painted, but as far as the outside of the thing goes, I don't think I missed anything. We'll find out tomorrow probably, unless I decide to leave it up here a little longer. When I lay it down, obviously the bottoms and undersides of the places where I probably missed. Although, let's see here. I don't think I missed anything. Looks like everything's there. Yeah, we'll find out, I guess. But that's sweet. That came out really nice. I can't say enough about that. That stuff sprayed beautifully. I think I got one run, or sag, right there. But it's inside this piece, so I don't really care. No harm there. This little thing came out pretty sweet too. I got that one little sag in it I showed you earlier. The rest of it came out real nice. This is going to be used as an outdoor decoration, so I wanted to dress it up as best I could, put a real good coat of paint on it that hopefully will keep it from rusting. So this will be actually a good test for the PPG epoxy that I used under here. This thing's going to be sitting outside, hopefully through an El Nino this year. Let's see how it holds up. Hopefully it comes out pretty good. I couldn't get this wheel perfectly because it's hard to spin it around while you're painting it, so I didn't quite get coverage there, but most of it's okay. It's going to be sitting like this anyway, so you're not going to see that. Anyway, 2 days into my staycation, workcation, whatever the heck you call it, going really well. Made a lot of progress in the last 2 days. It's pretty sweet. Container's going away tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain, so I can't do anything outside. So maybe I'll start reassembling this. I don't know. Maybe I'll find something else to do. There's really not anything else I can do until I do some more sandblasting, because this piece here I have to sandblast before I can patch in this piece. And the rest of the car is just waiting for sandblasting. There's probably maybe some more stripping on the bottom I can do. Maybe I'll end up doing that tomorrow, we'll see. But there's really not much more to do other than get this thing ready for sandblasting. So that's it. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions about anything. I think this just went absolutely beautifully. Super happy. Thanks for everybody's input on the different paints. Had I not gone with this, I probably would have gone with the Rust-Oleum, like Wendell suggested. I've just heard so many mixed things about both Pour 15 and the Eastwood Extreme Chassis Black and Ceramic Chassis Black. Well, I can't get the ceramic here in California anyway, but just that it's really, really particular when you put it on. You get lots of dry spray and problems with it, with the Eastwood Extreme Chassis Black, and especially the Ceramic Chassis Black. And I'm not a very good painter to begin with, so I didn't want to make it hard on myself. And the Pour 15 is one of those things, you either swear by it or you hate it. you know, we've got a good demonstration of Greg Porter's car that he did. That was just a disaster. And other people where it worked just fine. So who knows? But in any event, I'm going to be trying to stay PPG everywhere, all through. And we'll see how that works. So everything I've done thus far has been with PPG products, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Take it easy. Talk to you soon. Oh, I neglected to mention, I did put 2 coats on this, and I used about 10 or 12 ounces of the Delfleet for the 2 coats there, to give you an idea of how far it goes. This stuff is really known for how well it covers, and I think you could see from the video, hopefully, that first coat, it's covered basically in 1 coat, so it's great. Covers really well. Good stuff. Anyway, thanks again. See ya.